On today's edition of the Let's Talk Battle Rap Podcast of New York, brought to you by the Gotham Podcast Studio Network, another segment of the Deconstructed series. Shout out to our transcriber from Genius, Tim Nelson, aka Tim the Genius, aka Tim the Robot, who transcribes battles and types 200 words a minute. Seriously, I will never know how he does this so quickly. He gets these lyrics out within 24 hours. He's a madman. You know, people that have to transcribe battles and people that have to edit battle footage, there's nobody's opinion I trust more than them, because they have no choice but to watch a battle minimum playback of like 5 times just to get their goal accomplished. So shout outs to Tim. We have Pat Stay on today for Deconstructed, but this Deconstruct is a little different than what you're normally used to. We didn't necessarily pick out any rounds or any in particular performances to break down. More of just the whole essence of Pat Stay's battle catalog, his upcoming battle with Tay Rock, the writing process, his effect from certain battles, how he angles his approach, and it's pretty interesting, you know. So I definitely hope you guys enjoy. The month of November is coming up real soon. Big month. A lot of big cards. We got the RB card. We got the URL card. We Go Hard. Verbal Warzone. You know, so it's going to be a big month. Expect a lot of playbooks from all of us. You know, a lot of recaps. A lot more Deconstructed. London, a bunch of PGs coming soon. So, you know, you have, I think maybe 2 PG cards in November, actually. So another PG mock draft coming as well. So just stay on the lookout. It's going to be a lot in store for everybody. And as you know, you can follow the show, Twitter, Instagram, LTBR Podcast. If you need to email us, let's talk about it at gmail.com. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy.
See all the guys on Champion? Let's Talk Battle Rap. The guys sat down with Jay Black and they did a review of Danny Meyer and you.
Yeah, I've seen that one, yeah.
Hey, how'd that battle come up?
I was supposed to battle Shotgun Suge, but then he backed out, so fucking there was only a couple people left that would fit the how can I say this? Fit the agenda, we'll just say. And he was one of them, and I think he's dope, so I chose him.
And the other guy was Ill Will?
Yeah.
Ill Will, Shotgun Suge, they both got, they're bigger names. They got more views. But you went with Danny, man. Was that kind of an angle idea? Or was it just you respect the pen? Or was it just something you've always wanted to do?
Well, like, I mean, like, sometimes a big name and a big name doesn't necessarily mean a good match. I mean, like, I battled Charlie Clips, and that battle was fucking horrible, boring as fuck. Like, just because we're both, two people are both big names doesn't mean they're going to be good at all. You know, sometimes it's the really rare ones that fucking end up being the best, you know what I mean? Yeah. And, you know, what's me and Ill Will? What is it? Like, oh, I'm tall and big. Oh, I'm tall and big. Oh, fuck you up. No, I'll fuck you up. Oh,
right.
It's happened to you. I'm tougher than you. Fuck you. You're white. All right, fuck off. Whatever.
Right. So with Danny, you just thought it would be more of a style clash then?
Yeah, just a better battle. Yeah.
You know, I feel like there's this, or at least people are starting to come to their senses and say, having 2 battlers that are the same isn't necessarily a good idea. It's the ones who you don't think should really fit end up being dope battles. And I think, you know, the big one that people point to recently is Rum Nitty and Iron Solomon. I think when that first came out, I think everyone, including myself, was like, what? That how is that going to work? And it ended up being an incredible battle. That kind of brings me to a question I wanted to ask you, which was, it seems like you've been wanting to do more. I almost don't know what to say. Like interesting battles, like battles that excite you, battles that are different, and to kind of go with what you were saying, like battling Ill Will or Shotgun Suge, that battle might just feel like any other battle. You want to do something that feels different.
Well, Shotgun Suge was different because, yes, it is like a big bully match type thing, even though I'm not a bully, but I was actually gonna really, really fuck Shotgun Suge up. Like,
Really?
seriously, and not like personal or nothing like that, but one thing I'm good at is knowing matches. You know what I mean? Over everything. I know, certain like I just know how things are gonna play out. You know what I mean? It's just common sense sometimes, but me versus Shotgun Suge, I was going to absolutely pick him apart and humiliate the fuck out of him. It's really good that he didn't take that battle. I actually like him. He's cool as a person. I like him as a bat. But certain I'm not even saying I'm necessarily better than him, but certain matches are certain matches. I always say, for example, I don't think I'm better than Disaster, but I know I would always beat Disaster because of the matchup. Because I diffuse him. You know what I mean? It's like certain people, like certain people will make certain people look bad. And that's all I'm going to really give out there just in case there's a shotgun battle.
Right. So when you say there are certain things that you can diffuse, are there certain matchups that are offered to you where right off the bat you're like, no, I really wouldn't know how to approach this. It would just be another battle. It would be harder to write for?
Tay-Rock for the longest time. Like I've been asked about Tay-Rock a couple times and shit that, and even though I know he's great and stuff like that, it was like he's just one of those guys. I was like, yeah, it's not something that I want to target for right away. You know what I mean? He's a cool dude. He doesn't have anything really like stand out to go at, and it's just I guess in a simpler form you could say I look for. Not easy targets, but easy, people that I feel I can pick apart more.
Sure.
And he definitely wasn't one of them. But that's what makes a creative artist is someone who can weave around that shit, and that's what I'm going to be doing.
What's interesting about this matchup is that a lot of people have been wanting to see you on URL, and a lot of people were wondering, is that ever going to happen? We had heard some rumors like you versus Briz or something like that, maybe at a volume. But your debut is not a PG. It's not even headlining a normal card. It's Summer Madness. It's their biggest card that URL has. Is that something that you ever expected?
You know what, man? No, I guess not. I wasn't sure. I've been in talks with those guys for years. You know what I mean? Like for a while, and I've been offered for some good cards, man. But I guess this is the biggest you can really get, other than if we were the main event. But yeah, no, this is big, man. It's definitely a blessing. What's funny, man? I haven't even really started writing that much yet. Like I've been writing this. No, don't get me wrong, but like, it doesn't hit me until like the last week or so. So fucking when the pressure comes on, and when you were explaining that, I was like, oh shit, yeah, this is happening. You kind of inspired me to start writing, because I was like, oh yeah, fuck, this is actually a big deal. I really gotta fucking do this shit.
What is the writing process for you? I think you kind of have this reputation of waiting towards the end, and it sounds like a lot of battlers do that.
I don't know many other people that do it than me, man. Fucking the vets do it, like the older guys, like me, like Charlie Cliffs and shit like that. Like a lot of people, not all of them. I know other people who've been in it for years, like longer than me, and they have their shit done like 2 months beforehand sometimes. But, me, I'm pretty sure Disaster does it. I don't write. Like sometimes I might write some jot notes or some of that, just like a 1 word or 2 words or some type of shit. But it's all in my head.
Wow.
And it usually hits me, like a week before, like, I mean, depending on the person. But yeah, this one, I haven't been writing today or anything like that. But it just hits me when the pressure's on. I start seeing trailers, I start hearing people talking about it, how big of a deal it is. I'm like, oh yeah, shit, blah blah blah. I'm Pat Stay. I actually have to do this shit. Like, oh fuck, I'm one of the best. What the blah blah blah. Bang! Next thing you know, it comes together.
Right. That's kind of amazing, man. That was something I've always been interested in, is the different writing process for different people. Because like I say, there's battle rappers, there isn't a school you can go for it. There's no way to just go online and have someone just teach you how to battle rap. And I think a big part of that is like the writing process of it. And the few people I've talked to, there's the way they kind of prepare and write for their opponents is like wildly different. Whereas some people would just write Tay-Rock on a piece of paper and just start writing all these different things they can think of about it. And then some people just kind of wait for bars to come to them and then try to make it apply to their opponent. And some people just get a bar and then just build off of it. Is there a certain process you go about?
I'll watch their interviews.
Mm-hmm.
I'll watch their body language. I'm very observant.
Yeah.
So I pick people apart in different ways. I won't even give a fuck about your battles that much. You know what I mean? Because if anything, it's gonna that's just a distraction. Yeah. And then I dig deep. And that doesn't mean personal. Mm-hmm. That just means being observant and just just figuring them out. I don't know if that makes sense at all. But I don't think of punchlines all day. I'm not thinking of punchlines. I'm not thinking of like, oh, how am I gonna dig into their life? I don't search it. I don't try to dig out dirt. I just watch and I psychologically fuck with them.
You know what's interesting about that, man? I think you have a reputation for two big characteristics in your writing, and one is just being funny. I mean, that was very clear. And in Champion, they were talking about how you're one of the funniest, if not the funniest, battle rapper out right now. And then two is how hard you'll actually go at an opponent, where like you say, you want them to go home and look in the mirror and think about. Where do you think those two things come from? Obviously, you're a funny guy outside of battle rap, so humor is a big part of your life. But then, what about the other part of trying to really speak to an opponent?
Maybe I'm just a fucking bully. I've thought about it. Sometimes I've been like, well, I just like to, talk to people and put them in their place, but that's kind of a bully thing to do. Like, when you think about some of the things I do, I'll be like talking to them and be like fucking no one shows up because I don't take you serious. You're a fucking loser. Like I put it all in rhyme form. Like, it's like the meanest things you could say to someone. Like, not ever, but like, and talk to them in a certain way. It kind of bully-like, when you think of it.
Yeah.
Tay-Rock's lucky because he's not getting any of that, but I'm definitely going to roast
him. You know what's funny? We're preparing for an interview with Caustic, and we've been talking about him, and he's got this reputation for being someone who says really mean things to people, but he has a reputation of just being like the bad guy of battle rap. Ruin your career, doesn't give a fuck. And you kind of do the same thing.
Bro, I was the ass. I damn near fucking started that shit. You ever see my battle with Marv 1?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, no one did that. No one was ever doing that. I'm ripping apart someone's autistic brother for a fucking whole round. Like, I laid that fucking out for everyone. And I'm not like, oh, I started. I don't even mean it the way I mean, like, fucking, I was the worst. And we getting kicked out of events, trying to fight all the time, like chasing people down, like fucking. I was horrible. Fans hated me. I was getting drunk and pushing people around. I was a real asshole. I don't mean like fuck you. I mean like just a piece of shit, like reckless piece of shit. We were just actually talking about it on Instagram Live. There's a guy that was on there with me. He was a security guard at the event, and he's like, I just remember you like getting in scuffles and jumping fences, chasing people, just being all fucked up, and now I'm completely different. So I've been the asshole. I've been the hated guy. I've been the heel. But now I'm just happy, man. I'm in such a good place. I have my son. I get to look at my kids' faces every day. They bring a lot of joy into me. I don't even have that side of me anymore to like I would never disrespect Tay-Rock's kids or anyone's fucking kids or anything. I would never ever fucking do it. I put that on mine. You know what I mean? I'd say joking shit about. I've said joking things about like others in the recent past, but like I wouldn't. I don't even have a certain side of me that could go as deep as that anymore. I don't want to be that. I'd rather be the liked guy. When you put that type of shit in the air, you become it. You know what I mean?
And that's what's kind of interesting about it, because when you've said things like you have to Marv 1 or Thesaurus about his dad or whatever, Holohan, it's crazy because you're all still cool with those guys.
Remember what I just said?
Yeah.
Remember what I just said? I said you put that negativity, you become that. So
Right.
I did the Marv one battle, and then everyone's like, "Oh, Pat's this guy. He's this guy. He's the guy that digs deep and fucking says the rudest shit." So my thesaurus battle was next. It's like I had to maintain that character. And that's what Caustic was doing for a while. He's like, "Oh, well, I did it. Now I have to be this guy.
Okay.
I have to automatically." Because Caustic's the coolest fucking guy. He's actually one of my only friends in battle rap. Like, I have, like, maybe a handful. He's my boy. Like, he's just my buddy. So, like, I know Caustic. He's cool as fuck. And, not an asshole at all. Maybe, like, a little bit. But, like,
right.
But like, not much. He's actually cool as fuck. Like, mad down to earth. It's cool as fuck. You know what I mean? But, yeah, he had to do that shit. He's like, yo, like, that's what people want from me now. It's making me stand out. That's what I got to do.
Do you think that is something that you see other battlers doing, and you kind of see the pitfalls of it, I guess, where you're like, oh man, you don't really want to go down this route and start getting super personal and being an asshole to your opponent and the people around you. Do you kind of see that from let's say a new class?
I don't like when I see it. I don't like when I see people, like, you know, especially put their hands on people or.
Yeah.
But, you know, I mean, words are words. Like, that is what it is. Like, fucking whatever. You jumped into a battle or, you know, battle rap. It is. Like, it's just nothing that I could really watch and be like, oh, you know. But, so, as long as people aren't putting their hands on people. I just seen one the other day, some guy, like, literally choking, like, gripping this guy by his collar and dragging him across the room. I was like, what is this? What's going on? What is it?
Right.
What is it? What are we doing here? What's like? What's happening here? It's not
right. This battle that you got with Tay-Rock. Will this be your second time out in England?
Third at Battle Hollow.
Yeah. Battle of the Brave. Yeah, and then Tony D, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What's the reception like out there? And I'm asking because a lot of people have been debating who actually is the underdog in this battle against Tay-Rock. And yeah, everyone
thinks. Yeah, why would it be me? Just because I've been there before? It's not in the same. It's not. This isn't Don't Flop. It's not fucking. This is a totally different league in a totally different place. So, like, if it was on Don't Flop, then maybe he would be the underdog because I've been there once. But that doesn't even mean shit. They love newcomers. When it's your debut, they're going crazy.
Yeah.
You get a bigger name than me. Like, why the fuck would they like? Well, you know, some people are like, oh, they're gonna like Pat over there. Just because they're assuming that it's a big white crowd of Don't Flop. If you want me to be 100% honest, that's what they're doing. They're like, oh, it's a London white crowd, so they're gonna like Pat more. It's like, that's so fucking stupid and simple-minded.
I'm guessing you saw the battle with Tay-Rock and Goods. Who do you think won that one?
I had to watch it back. I didn't pay that close attention to it just seemed like a good battle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I didn't really pick a winner. I don't think I watched it fully all the way through to even be able to do that. Battles are too fucking long nowadays. I got shit to do.
Yeah, they are.
Way too fucking long. You watch a rap battle, man. You watch 3 rap battles in a day. You don't got a fucking job, pretty much.
Right.
Seriously, how the fuck can you watch 3 rap battles in one fucking day? I still haven't finished Mookin A Verb.
It's long, man. Yeah, that's an hour and a half, man.
Bro, I got shit to do, man. Sometimes I can't even imagine, like, I can't even fathom writing fucking 20 minutes about the next man. Like, holy, like, Jesus Christ, like, I can't imagine something like Mook had, 20-minute third round, probably a 10-minute first and 10-minute second.
Yeah.
Bro, that's 40 minutes about another man. Not that that's gay, what I'm saying.
Right,
it's just like, damn, that's very obsessive and, like, fucking holy shit.
What do you think's, like, the hardest part about preparing for your opponent? Is part of it, like, having to do that, like having to focus on your opponent for whatever, weeks or days or hours, whatever, or is it like having to memorize it?
Well, memorizing's fine for me. Like I told you, I don't write anything down.
Yeah.
So I'm a fucking nut with that. So, hardest part for me, it would be really buckling down into it, like getting into it for real. Like I still walk through walk around every day like, oh yeah, but, well, it'll be all good.
Yeah.
Take a picture of someone and take a picture of another person, be like, oh shit, yeah, I'm kind of a big deal in this shit. I'm like, oh fuck, I got a really good battle coming up. Oh fuck, this is URL Summer Madness. Oh shit, I should probably start. You know what I mean? It's like getting in the zone, and it's not because I don't like this shit. It's just I work really good under pressure. That's it.
Yeah, it seems like it comes very easy to you, and it seems like it has like since the beginning. Do you think that there are people who try to battle rap and they just won't ever have, I guess, what it takes? Okay.
Yes, and that's rude, and I know that there's a lot of people that hate that, and I would hate it too, because there's people that work twice as hard as me or 10 times harder than me, and have better bars than me, and like fucking take 16 battles a week, and will never be noticed.
Man, so you're talking about Danny?
No, not Danny. Danny's doing his fucking thing now.
Right.
But there's people like that, man. They just, I don't know, man. I don't know how to say it. I say it like, I guess there's just a certain it factor, man. And some people got it, some people don't, and that's just life, I guess, man. And there's a lot of things that, you know, I fucking suck at, and I don't know if I have an it factor, but I have a likable enough character that people keep wanting me back, and as you can see, I don't try as hard as a lot of these people. I'm really just up there like on a hammock.
That's crazy. Was there ever a battle that you wanted to do that didn't happen for one reason or another?
Yeah, I was supposed to battle a blind guy in Australia, but I think it's being rescheduled. So.
Yeah, I thought you were going to be going to Australia to battle Manazil, and maybe I made this up, but I thought in an interview I thought you had said that you would want to do that. So do you think that that's going to happen someday?
I hope so. We're supposed to be playing for March, but I haven't heard back from the promoter. But hopefully it works out. I think that'd be a really fun battle.
Manas Ill is going to have the greatest fucking catalog of any rapper. It is insane who he's battled. He's got Ilmac, Thesaurus, and you, and Disaster, and Daylight, and Sharon, and and Uno Lavos. You know, it's wild, man. But
that's crazy, though. It wasn't going on for a minute because he had told the promoter numerous times. He's like, he told me to, like, I talked to him about it. He goes, he basically says, I don't want to battle you. Like, in whatever terms, he's like, yeah, you're going to fuck me up type of shit. Like, he just said, I'm just not prepared for that. I don't want to be, like, humiliated like that. I have a career and all that shit. I don't want it to be jeopardized, be detrimental to my image and all that type of shit. I don't know what you're going to say out there. I don't want to be fucking, basically just not ready for it. And I laughed so hard. I'm like, bro, like, what do you think I'm coming for your throat, man? I really just want to have fun. Like, you're going to have the easiest battle ever with me. I'm not going to come for your throat. I'm just going to try to make something really fun and like, you know what I mean, a viral potential shit. I'm not going to fuck with you, right? But motherfuckers fear me in there, man. They think I'm still like that Marv 1 shit, but I'm not at all.
Was there a similar conversation before you battled No Shame?
No.
Really?
She was just, no, she was with it, man. She was with it. I have a lot of regrets about that battle. I mean, not the battle. Well, not the battle itself, man, but I just feel like Dan should have titled it Pat Stay Battles versus Transgender, you know what I mean? But he was like, no, I would never label her that, blah, 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 have respect for her. But I think that she would have been down with it too, and I think that battle probably would have went viral by now. But it has like no views at all because it's on the league that isn't really popping, so fucking, if he would have titled it that, it would have fucking went viral, and I think that No Shame would have been totally cool with it too.
So that was really early this year, right? Was that January, February or something?
Yeah.
This year, you've just been on a tear. It's been kind of impressive. So, I mean, the No Shame battle happened, and people were like, whoa, Pat's not fucking around. And I think this is, you know, that was your first battle after Charlie Clips. And so it's like, oh, okay, all right. Pat's bringing his A game here, and then what? Then you go to Germany.
Yeah.
And did an incredible battle there. I don't know how you pulled that shit off, but again, I think that's going to be one of those battles that not a lot of people will see. but the people who do are gonna fucking love it. Because everyone I know who's seen it just thinks it's hilarious, and it is. That battle's incredible. What about Averb or just Rare Breed? Rare Breed. How did that come to happen?
Well, fucking, he hit me up, and
ARP,
and that was it. ARP hit me
Nice.
up, and that was it, man. I said yes. I heard nothing but good things about him. You know, he does good business. He's a good dude. You know what I mean? And just by watching him like that's really important to me. So just by watching this shit, his moves, and the way he carries himself, I was like, okay, this is somebody I like to work with anyway. So it happened, and just like I said, he was straight with everything, and I was happy to come back, 100%, man. He's a good dude. He's a good league owner, man. I'm proud of him.
Yeah. I've heard nothing but good things about him, man. I really have.
And you know what, man? And you know what? As a league owner, like, that's tough to do. And I swear, to have like a super clean, name like that really means that you're a solid dude, because everyone got something to say about a league owner. Like, oh, he did this, because they have to negotiate, they have to do all this kind of crazy shit. Everyone hates the boss. But I heard nothing but solid shit about him, and it was awesome.
No, that's dope to hear, man. It really is. I got an interesting question for you here. So you battle Averb pretty unanimously. People got you winning that battle. Then Averb goes on, battles Murder Mook, and now it's kind of like this Averb resurgence where people are like, Averb's like the greatest ever, blah blah blah, best battler of the year. Are you sitting back, kind of watching that, being like, yeah, but I smoked him already. I already smoked him a couple months ago. Is that something? No.
Because that doesn't matter, man. Because how could I say this, man? I'm fucking stoned, but okay. Like I said, I beat Disaster, right?
Right.
And Disaster could smoke someone that beat me. It doesn't. It's just. It doesn't, you know what I mean? Like, just because I beat Averb doesn't mean I'm better than Mook, because that shit happens all the time. That's such a horrible way to put it.
No. I totally get what you're saying. It's just people don't always even up, and there's other factors that play a role and all that stuff. Have you been surprised by all the talk of people wanting to see you versus Mook?
I haven't heard any.
Really? Yeah. Honestly, I think a lot of that came out after you and Averb battle came out, just because people were seeing Averb beat Mook, and then you beating Verb, and then them saying, well, if he's beating Averb and Averb's beating Mook, Pat and Mook should be the ones who should be battling.
I don't even want to battle Mook.
Really?
I would, but it's not like somebody I want to battle. No, I mean I would. But
Yeah.
It's kind of just like it was offered to me. Yeah, of course I would do it. But fucking, it's kind of like a Tay-Rock. You know what I mean? Someone that's really good, but it's just not somebody I really have a killer instinct for. But if I keep on making it sound like this battle's going to be shitty, it's not going to be. It's going to be fucking.
Yeah.
But Little Mook, fuck, I got to write 20 years of shit for you, bro. Like, can we just shorten the rounds a little bit?
Right. Yeah, no. Mook's last round was 26 minutes.
Yeah, I think people anyone that has watched that battle 5 times is a virgin.
That's amazing. That is it is long fucking. Honestly, I think it is the longest battle in battle rap history. If there's a longer one, I don't know about it. It is literally the length of a movie.
Bro, it should have had fucking Celine Dion. My Heart Will Go On. It was the fucking longest Titanic.
Right. So you beat Averb, then you go on to Danny Myers. Now you're going on to Tay-Rock. Is there anyone else that you want? And maybe I'm forgetting something, but I don't remember you ever calling someone out and being like, I want to take this guy. It's always people coming after you.
Yeah. I like to battle a fat lesbian or something like that. Or a celebrity or someone or another compliment battle, because that was my favorite thing I ever done.
So oh yeah, sorry, go ahead.
or just something unorthodox. I'm a creative, man. I'm a creative writer. Like there's only so many ways you can tell somebody you're fucking killed them and you're better than them. You know what I mean?
You could name 100 battlers. I'm not saying that they're at your level or anything like that, but I'm just saying, like, people that are out there. Do you think battle rap will get to a point where eventually it'll be bigger and there'll just be more people to choose from?
I hope not, because there's already too many people.
Yeah, there's a lot of leagues too, man.
That's a lot of people. But no, yeah, of course I hope it expands. I like to... I like seeing new people and shit like that. But yeah, I just like different people. I think Danny's different. That's why I chose Danny.
Right.
You know what I mean? I like battling different. Someone they could be the best ever. Like I said, I wouldn't even be that excited to battle Mook. If you had to tell me, okay, you're battling Mook, I wouldn't even be that excited. I'm way too like humorous and like.
Yeah. No.
It wouldn't be fun. It would be all serious. It'd be like, in 1967, fucking blah, blah, blah.
Right. After this, though, is there anyone that you would want to battle?
Yeah, fat lesbian, bro.
But I mean, a battler that we know. Is there anyone URL or maybe KOTD or
who could you think of?
That's what's really hard, man. I mean, you're like at the top right now. It's like, where do you go from here? And that's what I'm kind of wondering.
Well, I don't care, but it doesn't have to be a top guy. It just has to be a decently top guy who would be a good match. Who could you think of that would be a good match?
It's hard for me to go off the top of my head. Okay, how about this? What about someone like B-Dot? He's got like a unique, he's got a unique personality. He's got his own thing that makes him uniquely B-Dot.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be all right. I know he's really good, but I'll tell you the truth, bro. I don't really watch battle rap that much, so I haven't watched much of this shit. So I don't know. I guess that'd be more of a serious one. I don't want to. I don't really want to battle a super serious guy. That's, it's just, it's not that intriguing. But that's just me, man. That's just me. Like, this might sound whack to some people, and I totally get that. Like, man, I've been battling for so long. I just want to do creative shit. I want to be a star, bro. I want to do movies. I want to get noticed by big corporations. I want to do other shit, man. I never think, I don't want, like, if you're the best in battle rap, then what? Oh yeah, cool. I'm the best battle rapper in the world. Oh, sweet. But you probably still work a 9 to 5 some way, one way or another,
right,
and struggle all the time. So what the fuck does that get you? Bragging rights? I was the king of the dot for fucking 4 times in a row. Like, and then if I beat Tay-Rock, then what? Then I battle Mook, and then I beat him, then what? You know what I mean? It's not that it's not a cool accomplishment, but it just has to be. Battle rap is a platform for other shit, and I think that if we just kind of limit ourselves to putting it in a box, then we're not going to really reach our real goals, and that's to, so what I'm saying is, like, I want to battle a fat lesbian.
Right.
No, but I want to do shit that's gonna go viral, and but at the same time, not even just me be a clown. I want to do shit that's gonna really, really test my pen.
That reminds me, I think I saw an interview where when you did the compliment battle with Roan, you had said that was really, really difficult.
Well, it was fucking amazing. It was hard, but it was the best thing I ever did. Like, that went more viral than any battle. I think it only has like 2 million views on YouTube, but like on Facebook it was 19 million views. It went viral on so many different viral. Yeah, but it probably has like countless million views, bro, on all the biggest viral sites in the world. They shared it, and it would be like 20 million views, 50 million views. Like, it just blew up all over the internet. There were celebrities, fucking comedians sharing it. It blew the fuck up. And then there's all kinds of compliment battles on TV after that. I've seen, like, celebrities doing it and shit like that. It was like, okay. So that's the shit that it's thinking outside the box, and that's the shit that's going to get you noticed.
Word.
There's 150 rap battles dropping on YouTube a fucking week. how many compliment battles are there, right? That's why I did it. How many people are battling trannies? I know there's a few, and I'm going to reach out to Dirtbag Dan and ask him to change that title, and ask if this, I'm going to ask No Shame to see what she thinks of it. And if she's not cool with it, then of course I won't.
Yeah.
But I wonder if changing the title now would catch more attention, or if you can even do that.
Yeah, I really don't know, or if he'd have to like re-upload it or something. But yeah, I'd be interested to see, man. I could definitely see that. That battle's at I can't remember, like 90,000 or something like that, but it should be way higher. I mean, way higher.
Yeah.
Where's your favorite place to go to battle?
My favorite place to go to battle, I don't know, man. Sweden was really fucking cool, man.
Was that Nils with Skills?
Huh? No, that was Jimmy Pistol.
Oh, Jimmy Pistol, the Wet Willie guy, yeah. Are different leagues here in the States or over in Canada, are there ones that operate quite a bit differently than others? When you go to Don't Flop, do they treat you a certain way versus Rare Breed versus KOTD versus Dirtbag Dan's League?
No, everybody has treated me generally good, man. There's probably things I forget, but yeah, I've been treated pretty good. The one where I did the one-on-one with Hollow, they didn't have their shit together.
Right.
They paid us for one round, but I kind of feel bad for those guys too, man. Like I hope that they're doing good, and they probably learned a lesson from it. But at the same time, we put on a good one rounder and shit.
Yeah.
And, but then they didn't do us dirty. But nah, I show respect. They show respect back.
What was the first time battling in America? Was that?
Calico, I think so.
Right, yeah. Over at Massacre? Okay.
Yeah.
Was the crowd there different than the Canadian crowds?
Not really. No, it was just, it was kind of a smaller venue. No, it wasn't that different really, to be honest with you.
Do you got a favorite round that someone's ever said to you?
Favorite round? I don't know, man. Favorite round that someone's ever said to me? That's a tough one, man. Right. It's a real tough one. I can't even think of one, man. That's a tough one.
All right. So Bad Money couldn't make it on here with us, which we just had some phone problems, but he just texted me some of these questions. So he wanted to know what the advantages to having the KOTD chain were.
Bragging rights. I mean, people are going to say a bunch of other things, I think, and it's cool to say. It's like, I'm the king of this, but I don't know. Was that rude? Does that sound rude? I think I'm giving fucking short answers. It's like, yeah, if you're the king of the dot, then maybe you get like you work out a clothing deal with him, some type of shit like that or whatever. But it's really just bragging rights and get a piece of jewelry. That's it. Which is good. It's cool. It's cool to be like, I'm the king of this fucking whole entire league of Canada and now the States type of shit, right? Like, kind of. So it's like, yeah, it's cool bragging rights. I'm not saying it's not a good thing, but about it.
So I've always kind of thought of the KOTD chain as the biggest, accolade you can get in battle rap, considering URL doesn't have something like that. Is that how you kind of viewed it? I feel like some people want it just because, battle rap is a competitive sport full of competitive people. You got to be competitive for something. And the King of the Dot chain is something to be competitive for.
For sure. See, I never wanted the chain in the first place. I was hesitant for a while, and then they're just kind of like, "Yo, man, like we might as well do it now." And I'm like, "All right." I'm like, because I already was the king of the dot. Like, that wasn't even a question.
Right.
Like, bro, I still am the king of the dot. I am, and I don't like that's like Head Ice is my boy. There's no disrespect to him. That's my dog, man. I look up to him, love the guy, cool as shit, but when people think of King of the Dot, they think of me. You know what I mean? So I was the King of the Dot before I was the King of the Dot. So I just did it just to prove I can do it, and ended up winning it 4 times. And it's like, oh fuck, like, you know what I mean? I'm never gonna lose this shit. So, but I did to Immaculate, and that's cool because that's an honor, man. I fucking grew up watching him, man. He's like part of the reason why I started this shit. So I'm glad that I lost with him and Thesaurus. And and then I moved on to bigger and better things.
That kind of brings me up to another thing where I've heard conspiracy theories that you kind of threw that battle against Ilmac because you didn't want Chain anymore and you wanted to kind of, I guess, spread your wings, start going to other leagues, start taking battles that you couldn't have taken beforehand. Do you see where people are coming from when they would say that?
Yeah. So that kind of put that in there too, but that was really just a coward's way out, to be honest with you. I should have tried harder, of course, and in a way I kind of did throw it, but, you know, I had time. The night before, like, I decided that like, the day before. I was like, man, I don't want to do this. What it is. I don't really want it anymore. But there was something that hit me that's like, yo, Pat, fuck this, man. Right. Let's kill this shit, man. You're the king of the dot. Fucking remain. And I had the chance to do that, and I didn't. So, you know, he won fair and square, period.
How did that Calico match happen then? Because it seems like every champion of King of the Dot, you only battle for the chain every time. But then you got this one in Calico kind of thrown in there. Was that something you would ask for?
No, they just asked if I wanted to do it, and I was like, all right, sure, this should be all right. And then, it ended up being all right, I guess.
Oh, yeah, man, I think your first round against Calico is one of my favorites, and I think that one gets overlooked quite a bit, man. That I thought was a really great character breakdown, man. You got a lot of them, man. You got a lot of character breakdowns on here throughout your history here. So how many 37 battles, man. Do you remember your first one, like the first one on video, Critical?
Yeah. Yep, Critical.
Did you ever have dreams of being where you are today? Like back
No,
in 2008, 2009 when you're doing that, were you ever like, yo, I'm going to get to this stage?
Bro, I was watching the Source Immaculate on World Rap Championships, I remember I was living in Ontario at the time with my brother. I was like, or even fucking before that, I was like, I'd put these guys on YouTube. I'd be like, these guys are fucking insane. And we'd just be watching them and like, I didn't even think that I would ever meet these guys or ever talk to these guys. And then you think it was a year later, a battle went down in my neighborhood or my city, and it wasn't a league or anything like that, but then they decided to start the league, and I think I was the first battle where the actual league started. And then, it took off, and then I did another one, and there's one against a guy named GEE and the Awkwards, and I don't know if you remember who that is.
Oh, yeah.
He shared that battle on rapmusic.com, I believe it was, and Immaculate commented, and they're like, this is dope, this is crazy. I was like, holy shit. These guys know who the fuck I am? This is crazy.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, like, grind time was going on, and then King of the Dot started, and next thing you know, we're all in the same building, and fucking, now I'm better than them, than fucking pieces of shit. Fuck them guys. Just joking. I'm not better than them.
Is it kind of wild to be looking up to these guys and then battling them on stage? Like, I would think battling Thesaurus would be like battling this legendary guy that you grew up watching, and you're there because of what he helped build. Was that fucking with your head at all?
Not at the time, but Thesaurus is someone that, like I said, the fact that I lost to him and Ilmac, it's like kind of cool to me. Like I don't know why, how that makes sense, but it is like, you know what I mean? Is these guys are the greatest to me. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, like, I wouldn't let no one ever slander them in front of me, type of shit. I got so much respect for those guys. Like, if I were talking, like, if you were in this interview right now, we're like, oh, those guys are blah, 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 kind of whack now, I wouldn't be having it. Like, these guys are people that I got so much respect for because of what they've done for the culture and, like, how much they inspired me and kind of put me on the map. So, man, I'm low-key, like, starstruck by them guys. Like, even though we hang out with friends, like, man, bro, like, I used to watch these guys and just be blown the fuck away. Like, I was like, holy fuck, no one was doing this. I wasn't, like, I watched other battles and I wasn't that impressed. These guys were really, really fucking up. World Rap Championships, man, those were fucked. So just the fact that I even, like, I talked to Ilmac kind of probably once a day or something like that. Like, no, the phone on that, but, like, it's just cool, man, because and I was watching him and Ilmac on Ruin Your Day, that show that Avocado had.
Oh, yeah.
Like, my battle, and, like, just laughing at the shit. Like, it was surreal to me, man. It's surreal because I'm like, just, you know, not only you guys think I'm great, but like they're going in such depth, and like this is crazy. Man. It's really crazy. I remember my brother that I used to watch these battles with in Ontario. He called me. He was like, "Yo, is that weird for you to watch them watching you?" I'm like, yeah. Anyone else, it's like cool, yeah. But them two watching it for some reason, it was like it was different to me, man. You know what I mean? Because I used to watch them, and I think they think so highly of my performances even more than I even think. Like when they're like critiquing it in certain ways that I don't even see myself as that good, and it's just crazy. Man. It's crazy.
Do you go back and watch your battles to kind of critique yourself and learn what things to change?
No, I used to, but I don't really do that anymore. Sometimes I don't even watch my battles back. Like, I don't even think I watched my full Charlie Eclipse battle. Actually, I definitely didn't. But fucking sometimes like I used to do it, but I think that I'm just so natural at it now. Like, I don't practice. I don't, like, some people have it memorized for 2 weeks and practice in the mirror and different pitches and all this stuff, and like I just go. I'm just like I said, I barely even watch battle rap, so no one could ever tell me, oh yeah, Pat tries to imitate him or blah, blah, blah. There ain't no one like me because I don't watch him, motherfucker. Because I don't know who to, like, I can't imitate you because I don't watch you, and I don't like, it just comes, man. I don't study the tapes or anything like that. I just go, you know what I mean? I'll go into a battle and not even know, like, oh, is this not, am I off with the time right now? Or is this shit that I'm doing, like, too old to do? Because it is. A lot of the shit that I'm doing, seriously, no, think about some of the shit I say in my battles. Like, stupid shit, I battled Danny Myers. I said something about him being a T-Rex. Like, him to battle T-Rex. Like, that would be awesome. Turns out they meant the rapper from Harlem. That's something that that's something that Source would say in 2006. And I still get crowds born with it. That just shows you I'm not with the times. Like, I'm just 100% me there.
It reminds me of another line, man, where I think it was versus Arcane, which I gotta say maybe like my favorite performance of yours. Arcane showed up. I thought he did good, but no one could have beaten you on that day, man. You came in there and you knew that you were the King of the Dot champion, and you just kind of had to go through the motions. And so did he. That's right. You had said, I want to say it was something in that battle where you said something like, you're talking triangles and something like that, or 90 degrees, but then you're like, but you got to admit that's a cute angle. And the crowd loved it. I fucking loved it too. But I feel like if anyone else would have said that, it would not have hit. It would not have hit at all. Shit, people might have grown.
Funny? That was supposed to be for Matt.
Really? Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Matt, yeah.
Yeah, it's supposed to be. I forget the line, of course. Anyways, yes. It was a complete math thing. And that was going to be my first round versus math, which was already a body bag round. Yeah. If I would have dropped that versus math, man, I would have won that battle 3-0 for my first round. Even though it was a good angle, and it was a dope round, but definitely against math during my match, it would have been crazy.
How come you didn't use it?
I forgot it.
Shit.
I do that all the time. I do that, like, because I don't write, right? So, like when I'm battling people, like, I might forget lines, but I can also just grab shit from midair. That's what I was really doing with Danny a lot. Like, so, like, I'm like, that's why I'm taking a long time, because I'm like, oh, shit, I don't have my next round because I don't have it structured like everyone else. Oh, well, here we go. Let me just grab this from that part of my brain. Boom. All great.
Fucking wild.
I'll also work off the crowd, too. Like, in my second round or third round versus Danny, or maybe, I don't know what it was, but, like, I told an old joke, and then what I had next I didn't use. I was like, fuck that. They just laugh at this. They're feeling that energy. I'm going to keep going with shit. So I was like, all right, Danny Myers, fucking former coach of Harold Meyer. Yeah. I just went. And none of the shit that I went from there was written, like, for my round or nothing like that. I just grabbed shit, you know?
God, that's fucking wild. Real quick, the line was, now I know this geometry rap's probably whack and I sound like a huge lame bro, but come on, you gotta admit, to a certain degree, it's a cute angle. And I feel like part of that is the delivery. When you're smiling while you're doing it and stuff, that should definitely hit. Hey,
bro, you can't teach that. You can't teach it. And that's why That's why it's unfair, because no one else is going to walk up and say Arcane. That's a hard name. And
That opening round.
Arcane, that's a hard name. The fucking building erupts. It's so rude. I can only picture like super bar heavy people being like, "Oh, I hate this guy." Like, not just good. Like I just wrote the craziest quadruple fucking entendre. You know,
right.
You know?
Hey, no shit, man. Whenever anyone says the name Arcane, there's always someone in a chat or in the group that says, that's a hard name. Like, it's synonymous now with Arcane. Scarface and Heart Race and Handbrakes and Car Chase and oh my god, man. Yeah, all that shit was incredible. Speaking of rounds, man, I kind of wanted to delve just real quick into your second with Danny. Maybe not going through everything, but you know, there's a lot of shit in here, and I felt like the second is the one where you kind of do both of your greatest strengths, which would be the humor and the I guess we'll call it character assassination. You have both of those in that round. I feel like you're at the top of your game in both those arenas. And I just wanted to touch on a couple of these things. So you start talking about, you have this interesting line that you actually mentioned the night before during the press conference where you go, in a verse, your impact with punches doesn't mean it's that well written. Calico had more punches than Lux did, but with Lux it just felt different. Can you expand on that a little bit?
That's exactly what we were just talking about, man. It's an aura. It's something that you can't teach. It's a feeling that people give off. You know what I mean? Like, not everybody can possess it. Like, you could. Arcane had more punches to me in our battle. My whole Arcane, That's a hard name, was the biggest punch of the entire battle.
Yeah.
I said 2 fucking words that don't mean shit.
Right.
You know, it's not what you say. It's how you say it, but also how you present it, and how people believe in you. You know what I mean? Like Lux just had. He was floating, man. He was floating. He just had that about him. He's a superstar. You know what I mean?
Do you think that's one of the best performances ever?
Yes, ever.
What about him? You know, people would talk about you and Mook. What would you think if someone came up to you and said, "Hey, I got Lux. Let's make this happen"? How about you guys?
I would rather battle Lux than Murder Mook. Sure.
Really?
I think he's better too.
Do you think that, would you consider Lux like one of your favorites?
No, but I think he's definitely incredible, and he's probably like as good or better than my favorites. Just, you know, like it's just like Mook. Like I think Mook is he's phenomenal, man. He's literally flawless, man. But it's just not the people that I really watch for that much. I mean, I love. They're both really, really great. But, you know, my favorites is Hollow. Real Deal is one of my favorites.
Nice. Real Deal doesn't get the love that he deserves, man. He's been doing this for a long time. Great angler. He comes with it. Yeah. Did that almost ever go down?
I don't want to battle Real Deal. He'll beat me. Yeah, I've said this numerous times.
Really?
But he's also like, we're cool anyway, right?
Yeah.
No, I want to compliment that one. He's a good guy. He's a fucking teacher. He's a fucking solid guy. I've hung with the guy 1,000 times over the past bunch of years. Like he's like a friend of mine. So,
man, I cannot imagine you and Real Deal after an event. Shit would be out of control, man. All right, so your punches are dope, but you're only appealing to one demographic. It's stunting your growth. So you came here to get lyrical. I came here to embarrass you. That kind of goes with a big difference in battle rap. Whereas one opponent may come to beat his opponent by showing not how bad their opponent is, but how dope they are. Whereas you seem to kind of do both. Do you feel like part of that's kind of missing, that people are too focused on quote-unquote bars and how dope what they're saying is versus like actually attacking their opponent?
It depends on who you are. You know what I mean? Certain people want certain shit for people. I think if like Tay-Rock tries to get all personal with me or tries to angle me out, he's going to lose really bad because that's not what people want from him. They don't want that from me. I mean, they want that from me. They don't want me to go in there 3 rounds with gun bars because this is not what I do. It's not who I am. So, no, I think everybody should just kind of stick to their script.
If this match versus Tay-Rock was taking place in New York or Houston or LA, would you be coming up with different material?
Yeah, and I beat him even worse.
All right.
Well, I mean, like his whole like invincible star shit kind of died out already. So like me going there, it would be my debut. They're kind of tired of him at the time. Like he's smart to be doing it in London right now. This is his best bet.
Dope. Man, you're selling the fuck out of this fight, man. I'm getting excited for this, man. So Danny Myers. So 20 people back out on him. Pfft, it's Danny Myers. Who gives a shit? You know what? I think those lines kind of hit because I felt like it resonated with the crowd because I feel to a certain degree people agreed. Now I love Danny to death. Like I put Danny in my top 10. That's why I was so hyped to see that you two were battling each other. But I do feel like there's a bit of he doesn't have the respect from peers that you would think that he would get, considering like how dedicated he is to his craft and how much effort he puts into it. When you say something like this, I'm assuming you don't mean it. Is it hard to say? Like, is there ever a rhyme where you're like, oh man, I don't know if I can go that far, or man, this is gonna hurt. This is gonna hit too hard.
What, like the who gives a shit part?
Yeah.
No, but I mean, you feel rude saying it. There's a reason why you're asking me this right now, man. Is because you know it's true. That's why we're even having this conversation about that specific line, because you know it's true, and like it's rude. It's rude to say. It's the rudest thing you can fucking say. Not that specific line, but like,
sure,
just like, yeah, just talking to someone like that. Like it's rude to be like, hey man, you can work all you want, but I'm just fucking naturally better.
right.
It's mean to say, because somebody could just, it's like someone swinging a fucking baseball bat fucking 1,000 times at a pitch, and just they train all day, and I come up with a fucking rubber floppy noodle for my eyes. Yeah, knock it out the fucking park like that piece of shit. And I'm like, whatever. I moonwalk all the way to fucking right back to home base, stuff like that. Right. Probably aggravating.
No,
I don't know, nothing about it.
No, you know what though, man? I think part of it is I feel bad for Danny for the fact that you do see how much heart that he has and all the passion that he does have. Is it weird to see, I guess, your battle rap peers coming and going and giving you props for certain battles that you do? Like, battle you may think, yeah, I was good at, and then you have your peers come in and be like, killed it, one of the best battles of the year.
Danny Myers. I thought I did shitty, and, like, everyone hit me up and said how fucking amazing I did. I was
really?
like, holy, I really winged that whole thing. I didn't think I was going to win. I said this in an interview the other day, but my third round I didn't have. So I remember like calling my woman and like telling my buddies when they were asking me, but I was like, yeah, I'm gonna lose this one, but I'm at least gonna go in there and just have fun. It's not like a really big battle, so it's not a big deal. I'm just gonna go enjoy myself, and it is what it is. So I went in there. I had like 12 bars or 16 bars, maybe max of a third round, and I was like, I'll just freestyle the rest of whatever I got to fucking do. Stumbled a couple times in my first two. I didn't have an ender for any round, I don't think. But, so, yeah, I just went in. And anyway, so I did it, and then turned around to my buddy next to me. I was like, did he crush me? And he's like, what are you talking about? You just fucking killed it. I'm like, what? And then Ilmac hit me up. And he's like, you just had a flawless performance, 3-0. I'm like, and I literally started being like, fuck off, bro. He's like, no, man, you did great. I was like, you're trolling me right now. I really felt that way. I wasn't being like, looking for compliments. I really thought he was trolling me. And then Aaron Solomon's like, yo, man, I think that you just 3-0'd him. Like, you just did a fucking solid-ass performance. You're one of the greatest. I was like, man, what the fuck is going on right now? Like, hit me up. Like, well, we just watched this on pay-per-view. You just did amazing. I'm like, what the fuck, man? I just must be the best. I was like, man, if I go up there and I give that like 60% and people are like, yo, you just put on a classic performance, I just must be a fucking god. That's how I felt at the time. I'm like, how the fuck did that come off like that? I really just went up there basically in PJs.
That's wild, man. Do you think that there's some sort of balance between taking a battle serious and then not taking it as serious? Like in this battle, it sounds like, like you went in, it was not a lot of pressure. You're just like, hey, if I win, I win. If not, no big deal. I'll probably lose, but yeah, I'm just gonna go up there and have fun. Versus,
That's exactly what it was.
So
it could have worked in my favor.
So what about like a title match or something like that, where you're just? I'm sure there's a lot more pressure in the title match, and
Yeah, I didn't like the title match, but man, there's so much expectations, like, like especially on King of the God, like I had to have battle of the night every fucking time, pretty much. I had to have like a craziest performance, like, like you're going to the venue with 1,000 people, are like, holy, like I got money on you, you better win this. I fucking flew here from blah blah blah. Like, oh, okay, man, fuck, I'll do my best. Like, holy shit, that's how fans are, man. Battle rap fans are nuts. Like, I posted on Twitter the other day. One guy was like, you better crush Tay-Rock's soul or just fucking retire. And I'm like,
Jesus.
I was like, you are the perfect example. But that's what they are. Battle rap fans do that shit all the time. They'd be like, you put on a good performance. They'd be like, yeah, man, you're the GOAT. And then you have like one shitty round or one decent round in the battle. They're like, past round one was fucking pathetic. What a piece of shit. He should just fucking kill himself. I'm like, oh my God. Jesus Christ. You didn't like. And I was talking on Twitter the other day. They're like, yeah. He goes, you have time to write. You have time to write 3 rounds. They should all be flawless. I'm like, bro, like, do you know how hard it is to write 3 flawless rounds? Like, just because they're written well doesn't mean they're gonna hit well.
Right.
Like, he's like, well, there should be no excuses. Like, I'm like, bro, why don't you do it?
Right. What is the biggest misconception? What's the biggest misconception that fans have about battle rapping?
That just because it's written that it's not hard. It's fucking harder than freestyling, man.
I would think
freestyling is like, because no one really freestyles crazy like that.
Like,
right. Like fluent like that, you know what I mean? And just going and going and going. Like, okay, I've had people that have watched my battles, like my absolute best written shit ever, like 3 rounds, and then they'll watch 3 or 4 battles and be like, man, you're really fucking good. And then you'll tell them that it's written, they're like, oh, well, that completely disqualifies that, and that's just okay. I'm like, oh, really? Like, you thought like that? You like that was
going off the head? Jesus.
Off the top of that fucking head, yeah.
Right.
You're an idiot.
Okay, let's say written battles, they're outlawed. You can no longer do written battles anymore. You can only do freestyle battles. Would you still battle?
No. Who does that?
No,
who fucking does that? Like,
you
know who does that?
Who?
People at house parties and fucking people at like little hip hop clubs and shit like that. They're like, all right, everybody put your hands in the air like you just don't care. Come on. It's like, yo, my name is. They'll be like, he's like, yo, they call me fucking Pat and you fucking fat and fucking rap. All right, man, cool. And you just like repeat the same sometimes that you've been saying at parties for like the last 6 years.
Right.
You just like aim it at the next person and like, I'm not saying freestyle is shitty, but like you're not gonna get 1,000 people there to watch you fucking freestyle.
Right.
They're not.
Right. What do you think the next evolution of battle rap is?
Fat lesbians.
We really need to get you a fat lesbian, man. We really fucking do. Jesus.
Yeah.
Yo, okay. What about this? What was your favorite event that you ever been to? That you were ever a part of?
I'd have to say me versus Holloway. That was a really monumental thing, and that was like that. That's kind of like what took off my career. Yeah, I was with there's a lot of like big names there and shit like that. And, yeah, it was crazy. It was kind of like the beginning to everything for me.
Yeah. So there was a picture that was posted not too long ago with you and Hollowhan, and I think that surprised a lot of people. Seems like you guys must be pretty cool.
Oh, they're like the gay looking one where I posted like a funny caption. It's like that we just got accepted for adoption.
Yes, yeah, that one,
yeah. That's funny. Well, I've known Holloway for a long time. We've had differences and stuff like that, but when I know someone that long and I've been through a lot with someone, that I always love them. Mm-hmm. So no matter what, we'll always be tight. No matter what, there's nothing really he can do to me that there's very few things he could do to me that would make me forget our friendship. So yeah, we'll always be cool.
That's dope, man. That's dope.
That goes for me with anyone. That goes for me with like us. Like organic. Someone asked me a question in an interview too, like, have you guys ever bumped heads or whatever? I was like, yeah. There's been times I fucking hated organic, and you hated me, and you argued, yelled, fucking whatever. And there's things that I didn't like that he's done, and vice versa, I'm sure. But we started this like a while ago, like, and I've had like bonding moments with him, like, like I'm not talking about like business, like in hotels. I'm talking about like sleeping in his house, like both being broke, like fucking not having shit, and like really, real moments, and you know what I mean, and coming up from nothing. So like I always love him no matter what. Like if we ever worked together again, it's still my brother. You know what I mean? So.
Can you tell us a little bit about Nova Scotia? I think a lot of people don't know too much about it. Like I didn't know it was farther east than Maine here in the States. I didn't know that until I had to figure out like what time zone you were in.
Yeah, there's a lot of water. There's a lot of I guess it's not really high income. Mm-hmm. Certain places are all right, I guess. Kind of lower, I guess. And it's chill. It's kind of a smaller place. It's kind of a small city. And it's not as fast as like Toronto or New York and nothing like that. You walk down the street in New York and there's places like that. People might like, not acknowledge you if you even say what's up to them. But here, everyone's pretty friendly because most people know each other, and got good hearts and good souls down here, man. I love this place.
That's dope. That's really dope.
If you came down here and you like talk to someone in the street, they'll help you, whatever you need. They got you. You know what I mean? Yeah.
What about your legacy, man? What do you think your legacy will be when all is said and done?
Well, I hope that my son is proud of me. That in the end, that's what is really important to me. I want my son to be like, man, that was my fucking dad.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to carry this on, though. I don't want it to just be battle rap, like I was saying earlier. I don't want it to just be like, yo, fucking, he was the best battle rapper at once. Like, I don't want that. I want to really take this to movies or shows or something. I want to expand and like, and tell this as a story. Battle rap's not going to last for that long, man. Like, we got to push. We got to do something else. I don't know what I want to do, but I know, my legacy, will be more stretched out than, how do I put this? My legacy will have more than just battle rap on the resume. You know what I mean? I want it to be a selection of things. Holy fuck! I'm so not articulate tonight. I'm just fine.
But I get what you're saying though, man. And
sometimes when I can't find words, man, I worry myself. I'm like, what the fuck is going on with you, bro? The last few days I've been like, I was on IG Live with a couple people, and I'm like, I'm brain dead right now. I can't even, what the fuck is going on? I can't even think. I can't think of anything to fucking say right now. Like right now, I'm like, oh yeah, fucking cool, man. Like fucking legacy, fucking stretched out. Shut the fuck up, shit. Fucking spit it out, Boomhauer.
Oh man, it's all good. Okay, so speaking of like film and stuff like that, so you're Embodied. Have you had a chance to see it yet?
No, I haven't. I think I'm gonna go to LA on the 1st or 2nd to go watch the premiere.
Oh my god, that'd be incredible, man. So is that what kind of planted the seed?
What, for wanting to act?
Yeah.
No, I always wanted to do something outside of battle rap. I just, I don't even know if battle rap is my gift. I don't even know if rap is my gift. I don't even know if it's speaking, if it's like my personality or my body language or from the frequencies of my voice that captivate people. I'm not sure exactly what it is, man. I don't know what it's gonna be, man. I just I don't have like a set goal, so I don't know. Like I don't know if it's gonna be acting. I just wanna do something. Maybe I should figure that the fuck out, shouldn't I? I don't know. Is it because I'm a good battle rapper, or is it because I'm funny, or is it because like some people watch me, they're like, yo, he's not even rapping. I'm like, just talking. Like, when you think of battle rap, you told a stranger, like, battle rap, like, they probably picture someone more like Tay-Rock.
Sure.
Or like someone that's like, rapidly rapping.
Right.
Or I'll be like, you mean to tell me when a girl will be sucking me off a couple of days, that wouldn't be doing shit for you?
Right.
Fuck. Hey.
Right.
Like, I don't think of rap when I say that shit. I think of humiliating people. I don't even think I'm not like, I'm going to fire this guy to death. I'm like, I don't even think of that. So am I even of course I'm a battle rapper, but I don't know. I'm just rambling on with this thing.
No, man. I get you. Hey, man. Well, I'm gonna let you go, man. Hey, Pat, thank you so much for taking the time, man. This has been really great. It's been fun for me to kind of get inside the head of someone I've been listening to and watching for so many years. Yeah, word. Good catch. Pause that. But yeah, man. Thank you again, man, and best of luck. So that's November 11th. You and Tay-Rock?
10th. I wish it was 11th, so I had an extra day to prepare.
Word. Well, either way, I'm going to be watching it, and I know I won't be the only one, man. Take care, man, and we'll be in touch.
All right, brother.
All right. Thanks, man. Peace.